What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening.
You know, as I listen to these bangers that bring us in, like the music playing over the countdown for people to link up, or the Your Show intro, which you will be able to download very soon over at dufferinave.com, I wonder if anyone's ever wrote a song about Mondays. The Rebecca Black song Fridays come up numerous times today. I don't know why, because it is Monday, but I feel like Monday needs a better song than just Manic Monday. Is that the Bangles? We got the Dragon in house. Is that the Bangles? Interesting. He confirmed the Bangles. And I feel like Manic Monday wasn't really a song celebrating Mondays. It was like, oh man, it's another busy Monday. Yeah. We need a Monday party song. It's Monday. Let's have some fun. Welcome to the show. My name is Gary. It's your show. Can we record that and send it? Okay, sounds good. Dragon says we're in. Welcome to episode 40. 40 episodes? One more confirm from my man. Yes, 40 episodes. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride. My name is Gary. I am your host. I'm joined by Margaret, the dog. She's no longer a rock dog. She says she doesn't want to be recognized as a rock dog anymore. She's an all dog. So Maggie, who also has her very own camera, who I would like to get to, but we won't. Okay, there it is. Yeah, there it is. The Maggie Cam. It doesn't say Maggie Cam on the side. There it is. God, I love this show so much. Nobody does live shows like this. Welcome to the Maggie Cam, proudly brought to you by Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Thanks to Mike and Rochelle and the entire team over there, including Kirsten, Shar, and Chris, as they are always there to help you make not only your pet's life better, but yours as well. They have a dog named Leroy who is super cool, and we also enjoy our visits over there because Leroy likes to hang out with Maggie. So it's pretty cute. Marge, say hi. That's a good dog right there. God, she's beautiful. Now, we are going to bring on our first guest, but we do have a walk-up song, kind of like baseball, you could say, if, walk-up music. So to walk up this guest, he's not really walked up because he's already here, but can we go ahead and play that song for me, my friend? We're testing out. He said he might have it, he might not. So we'll see. This is a test of our man, the dragon, here, as he's bouncing around, looking for it. I can just do the mouth instrument. Ready for it? Should we throw him off now? Oh, that's not the right one. That was close. That's the countdown music. We'll get the other one.
I'll take it. I'll take the countdown music. It's squealy guitar.
There it is. Give it up for Network Ryan!
I'm back. I'm back.
Music is music, I guess.
It's totally okay to be here.
That's pretty good. The Paperboy walk-up music, though, we'll talk to Coach Mazer in a little bit here, as we did a little previously recorded segment, and we were wanting to know whether it got used as an actual walk-up song, because he was hitting the group chat talking about how he needed a copy of it for his son at that tournament.
Well, here's the thing. You got a segment with Coach Mazer coming up. Mm-hmm. Did you guys talk about Blue Jays?
We did not talk about the Blue Jays.
Oh, I thought you were going to say yes. Did you talk about the Oilers?
We did talk about the Oilers.
Okay.
Yes.
So I can scratch that off my list?
Well, a little bit. I'd like to get your take on it. You must want to jump right in. I want to see how you were doing, man. Network Brian's a huge character on this show. How was your weekend? How did you do? Did you enjoy Mondays at all?
Man, weekend was busy. Mama was at a stagette all weekend.
Lucky gal.
And like you hear about the stagette parties that are or the stag parties, whatever they're called, before you get married, gatherings of people.
They get greasy.
And the boys go to Vegas, or the girls go on a cruise, or whatever it is.
Or they bring Vegas to them.
Yeah, okay. So my wife goes to this stagette party, in Blackstrap.
I love
She just
Blackstrap.
like drove down the road.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's a hop, skip, and a jump from the old Ponderosa of yours, eh?
Yeah, for sure. And she was gone all weekend. So she left on Friday after work. I didn't even see her. And that's why the boy was with me.
Yeah, he shut down this show. Probably the best closeout we've ever had.
Oh, there you go.
He was just tickling the keys.
He told her all about it too.
Well, of course. It was awesome.
We forgot to show her. Anyways, he told her all about it.
You can find it on the websites and such.
Yeah. If you went to Dufferin Avenue Media Network on YouTube and searched your show, episode 39, you'd find it.
I thought you were going to serve one up.
Oh.
Look, you don't have to say anything anymore. Dragon just looks and he knows.
He just knows. Well, he's probably sleeping in there.
Dragon, wake up. We need a dufferinave.com on the screen, bro. I'm holding it. My hand's getting sore. We lost the stream deck now. Come on.
Come on.
What kind of operation are we running here?
This is like Wayne's World, except worse.
So you go there, check out episode 39 and see Valor doing his thing.
For sure. And she's gone, and we got to wake up like the next morning. We did some Lego and watched some movie or whatever that night.
Love it.
And we drove to Hague and picked rocks.
I didn't want to remind you because I was hoping you'd get to that. How did the rock pickup go?
Rock pickup went good. We got a trunk full of rocks because we were driving the SUV. We didn't even have the truck.
That's awesome.
And we got Chester fried chicken for supper.
In Hague?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
And yeah.
Gas station. I love it.
Yeah, the boy's 6 and he's
good.
never had that before, right? I used to work with my dad when I was young. Like, I started working with my dad in high school.
Yeah.
And I was young, and we drove all over the province, all over the northern half of the province, like all up north, all around Prince Albert area, all around south of PA, the lakes, everywhere, doing like satellite TV installation and home theater installation, satellite radio at restaurants and houses everywhere.
Okay.
And that meant we ate in the truck a lot.
Yeah.
So now my little boy came working with me picking rocks.
Tradition.
And he said, "Dad, I like eating in the car."
Something special about it.
And I said, "Yeah, we're going to go get chicken." And he gets those crispy, deep-fried chicken kebabs, chicken on a stick.
Come on.
And the wedges that have like the same breading or coating as the chicken does.
Incredible.
And he's eating it. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Dad, this
That's
is
right.
so good."
He gets it.
I was like, "Yeah, I
He
know.
gets it.
I know. I used to eat this with my dad."
Man.
So, yeah, we get home. We're just thirsty. We pickled ourselves on this salty chicken, and we get up the next morning, just mouth of desert, and we got to drive an hour to get to his first ever baseball tournament.
Oh, and where is it at?
Delisle, Saskatchewan.
Shout out to Del Isle. Yeah.
Yeah, Delisle.
Love
And
it.
we live south of the city, and Delisle's like way west of the city.
That's on the way out that way.
And you got to be there early.
course.
And we went, and he got invited to play on the black team, like Team Black.
Okay.
He's normally Team Gray in our organization. He's senior rally cap.
Was this a call up? Was he like an
No,
affiliate?
it wasn't a call up.
Was it a demotion?
No.
Wasn't a call
It's
down?
all senior rally cap, which is like 7, 8, and 9-year-olds.
God.
That's what the age category is called. 7, 8, and 9.
You're getting me fired up again, man. I have a big rant coming up
But
about
the
this.
way that the teams were organized was based on birth year and experience. So they put all the first year, like 6 and 7-year-olds together.
Okay.
And then that's the gray team that my son is on because he's 6. Then all the like 7 and 8-year-olds are on the black team. That's the team we got called up to play in Delisle.
Okay.
And then there's the yellow team with all the oldest kids that have played ball for like 2, 3, 4, whatever years.
So that's the best team.
Yes, because
Yes,
they're
gotcha.
like most of them were like 9
Yeah.
in
Okay.
2nd and 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he got called up and won every game. And so did the other Sask Central River Pirates yellow team, won every game. So who do we play in the final? It was Pirates versus Pirates in the
versus
final.
Pirates, man.
Yeah, and in the final, and like anybody who's seen 6 and 7 and 8-year-olds play ball, there's hints. There's just the tiniest hints of something that looks like baseball.
There it
Right?
is. Well, you don't even have pitchers, do you? You got pitching machines.
There's a pitching machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
it was
a big difference
It
right
was
there.
my son's first time on the pitching machine, and all day 50 plus K wind.
Good
All
luck
day, like
getting that thing straight.
gritty teeth, and all of our faces and hands looked pink because it was just covered in that fine silty.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awful. But come the final at 4:30, calm, sunny, 22 degrees.
Beautiful.
Pitching machines dialed in. Everybody's
Dinger
hitting.
weather.
And oh yeah, and the yellow team, we held them to 1 run in the first inning. Then we got
Good
1
sign.
run,
It's a good
and it was
sign.
like, oh man, this isn't going to be a blowout. And then they just pounded us for the next 4 innings, and it ended up being like, it ended up being 16-3 or something. But they got second in their very first ball tournament, and they were so happy.
That's a great take home. My biggest question from all of this is, did anybody get Happy Gilmore'd?
Happy Gilmore.
Anyone get pumped by the pitching machine?
Actually, my son did.
Yeah.
He got hit.
Get a base?
No.
They don't do that, eh?
No, they don't do that because it kind of like bounced in and hit him in the back ankle. He kind of hopped over with one foot, but it still got him with the other. Man. And he kind of swung at it because he's 6.
Did they call a strike on it?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
The coach that's running the pitching machine.
Yeah, my bad.
Says, like outside, low, high. Okay. And even if they swing, it's like a ball. Yeah.
I will tell you, as a guy who's been beamed by numerous pitching machines.
Oh, yeah.
Numerous. It is not as fun as Happy Gilmore made it look in the movie.
Oh, no.
At all. Like, I'm talking, I go up the 80 plus to go get ready for a Rhinos game. And, like, you're barely seeing it come across. You're trying to get your timing down. And then right when you think you got it, you're wearing one like the elbow or the shoulder. And it hurts, man. Oh, don't get beamed by those things.
Yeah.
It's bad.
And especially if you're at the batting cage, like at the batting cages at like Fuddruckers in Saskatoon or whatever, they got those hard yellow balls. They might as well just be stones.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, they are not comfy.
We can barely go to those batting cages because my son's small. Like, he's got a 24 minus 12 bat.
Oh, boy.
So it's a 24-inch, 12-ounce bat.
Yeah, that's a little thing.
And he moved up to a 25 minus 12. So it's 13 ounces and an inch longer or whatever.
Yeah.
And still with that, he can barely hit him and he's jamming up his wrists.
Yeah, it's not good. I like to bust out like the 36 or the 38 every now and then, just to prove that I'm a man, and then it never worked out. Like I'd always...
He's swinging at the speed of smell.
It's like the worst swing. Like my swing's already horrible, so when I'm like trying to show off with these big bats, it's even worse. Literally, it does. Like it's such a joke. I don't know why I ever thought I was good at baseball.
You try to move the bat, but your body moves. The bat stays in the same place.
I've struck out a lot of ways, I'll tell you. That's probably one
balls,
of them.
Man. Wiffle balls. With kids, that's the way, because you're going to work on bat speed, mechanics. You're not going to jam their wrists. Yeah.
Coach Ryan in the house, I like that.
Hey,
so sticking with baseball, the Blue Jays.
They've won. They won 5 out of 6.
They took some Pittsburgh. Speak of the Pirates, they took the Pirates to the house. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
got some wins there. You excited about what this team's doing? Vladdy played third the other day.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one. Did they win that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
of course they did.
Okay, they swept the Sox, but everybody sweeps the Sox. Worst team in the league.
Sox are brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like if this team's ever going to turn around, this might be the time. Like they're looking pretty good out there. Get some W's together.
You know, if we always just talk about everybody needing their heads lopped off, maybe the Blue Jays will just start winning. I don't know.
Yeah, that division's such a joke, though. Hey, and like
a joke
in compete.
A joke in a.
It's the most competitive division in all sports.
A systemic way, right? Like the system is. Like the top 3 teams in the American League East could win probably almost every other division, right?
That's the problem, is the wild cards always come from there.
Yeah.
Hence the mighty AL East, who you don't want to be in. So Jays are looking good. I want to get your take on the Oilers before we get into the One Bad podcast that we want.
Oh, yeah. One OBP.
OBP in the house.
OBP. Okay, my take on the Oilers, man. I'm excited. I know a lot of people, a lot of family members that are excited.
Yeah.
My son is excited. He's starting to know all the names of like all the players.
Yeah, that's the best part.
And kind of what they look like when it shows like the tight shots of them on the bench or when they're walking to the dressing rooms.
Does he know their
between periods?
Does he know their walk-up? I guess not walk-up music, the come-out music? Do they have anything like that? I don't know. I never see warm-ups or anything, so I don't really know.
What do the Oilers play? What were
they play La Bamba when they win.
Yeah.
But that's when they win. Like when they come out, there's got to be like a pump-up song.
I think that they play a Metallica song.
Maybe.
I think.
That'd be a good choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, a better interviewer would have looked into that, but you know how much I hate prep.
Yeah, little overrated with the Metallica intro song, I think.
They have a lot, like...
They should play your show intro song.
Should we offer it up to him?
Yo, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor. Hey, Conor McDavid. Woof, woof, bark, bark. Who wants a treat, yo?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So everyone's getting into them. Doing it in 6, man. Taking care of Dallas in 6 is pretty cool to see. Yep. But Florida, so greasy, dude. Like that is such a greasy team.
Yeah.
And
well, you know what? There's always a story. Like what's the right word? There's always there's always a story, right? Like with Dallas, it was the depth. Every line is strong. And if Dallas's fourth line is on, is Edmonton's fourth line going to hang in there? Or is their top line going to spend too much time on the ice and give them away because they're tired in the third? Like there's always
deep. I like
there's always a story.
storyline, I think, is the proper term.
Sure. Yeah, it's still not the right word, but
I think storyline works. Because
So-
when you
so
look
now-
at it, the only reason Edmonton won, and I think we can all agree, is because they had a goalie. Skinner showed up.
there you
That's
go.
it.
And maybe that's the story for Edmonton. Skinner's
That's all
back,
it's ever
baby.
been.
Like he's a
If
brick
you
wall.
Get that team a goalie, they'll win. And it looks like he finally sort of showed up in this
Yeah.
last couple, what is like 8 games? I think he has like a
And-
sub 2 goals against average. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah,
crazy.
he did
He's
really
come
good.
around.
And man, maybe the next storyline is, okay, Skinner is old news. He gives up whatever, blah, blah, blah. The offense has to score a lot more. They play their bigger defensemen to beat up the greasy guys on Panthers, like blah, blah, blah,
I
right?
think you nailed it. Coach Mazer and I get into it a little bit in this tape.
Yeah, I don't want to
But
rehash
I
the
just-
same stuff
I
that
just,
you guys talked
I
about.
wanted to get your take because it's always good to get different ideas of how this stuff sort of shapes up to different people. And I feel the biggest take home for me was this is all about grit versus just skill, man. So much skill.
Yeah.
And a goalie. If Edmonton
Yeah.
has a goalie, they can win. We've been saying that for the last 10 years. Just get them a goalie.
You know what I want? Now that they're in the final, now
Here we
that the
go.
Edmonton
Now
Oilers
we're
are in the
getting
final,
serious.
and everybody's during the playoffs, everybody's a hockey analyst, like everybody, right? And everybody who's saying Skinner sucks, cut him off with his head, play the other guy,
There's a lot of that.
right? And everybody that says Darnell Nurse needs to be cut, he's like $8 million in
He
cap
still
space.
hasn't got any love yet. eh?
No, but like, okay, he's on a team that's in the final. Oh yeah, but he didn't do anything. He's on the team. Like, obviously he played games.
something.
He scored goals.
He put
He
some
played in
time
games
in.
that they won. Right? Like, I don't know. This whole organization is in the championship of the world for hockey. Let's call it that, even though it's not named that. They're the best team of guys that they've put together over the last few years. Like, there's so many moving parts. It's not just Darnell Nurse that sucks. It's not just Skinner that sucks or doesn't suck, right? Like,
Dude, this team was written off like what, 2 months into the season. They were in last place. Everyone's like,
yeah.
they're done.
They
Man,
did
get
suck
rid of
then.
Everyone. They were horrible.
and then they won like 16 in a row.
That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is just get some goaltending.
Yeah,
really, that's all
yeah.
it is.
Play in
And,
the hardest league in the world and win 16 in a row. It's easy.
well, when you got the best players in the world, yeah,
It should
sort
be,
of
yeah.
is.
It
Yeah.
should be, yeah.
So, you
So-
got Bobrovsky, hell of a goalie over there.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a very established guy. You got Kachuk and all those greasy weasels that are going to be dirty and pulling this one. The Varlamov, they're going to be going after ankles and wrists all day on Connor and the boys.
I thought you were drumming.
Going to be just jamming it out. And then it's Skinner, man. That's all it is. If Skinner shows up, Edmonton's going to win. If he doesn't, it's done. I think it's that easy.
You know what I want? I want one of those patented Dreisaitl's where he sneaks one in from the goal line on the power play, where he's like so close to the goal line,
like behind the line.
He's like behind the line, shooting at like 1 inch of.
Bank it off the back pad.
Yeah, man, those are so incredible. Like, how do you do that with such
Best in the
accuracy,
world.
man?
Best
You're the best in the world.
That's all it is.
I've only been the best in the world at like one thing ever.
And what was it?
Talking about one bad podcast.
Prove it!
Hey.
Here we go, baby. Tell me more, kind sir. What do you think? How do you like the launch?
I liked the launch. It was a lot of fun. I want to say not to degrade anything.
Don't degrade it.
I'm not. I'm saying if you liked it, listen to episode. It's going to end up being 5 and 6.
I know where this is going.
5
The
and 6.
perfectionist is coming
Man,
out.
it's
Dragon's going to agree with you.
It's going to look better. It's going to sound better. Episode 5 and 6 came from our second recording session.
Yeah.
This is the peek behind the curtain, right? This is the
All right,
exclusive
nice.
that you
You
get
want
on
curtain
your
jerk.
show.
Okay, yeah.
And episode 5 and 6 are going to be so good because they look better, they sound better, and man, we listened in, and there was some freaking funny jokes.
So good.
And they weren't even trying. They
That's the
weren't even
beauty of it,
trying
yeah.
to tell any jokes. It's not a comedy cast, right?
they're
It's
just
rock
having a
and roll,
conversation.
and it's tour stories, and it's like industry trends and how to like start a band over the last 20 years, and it's fantastic. But just kind of reliving memories between friends and listening in ended up being funny and entertaining.
There's so many stories.
And I want to tell the joke
many
that they were
stories.
talking about, but
That's
I don't
what I want to
spoil
give
it.
examples, right?
So good.
Like we're talking all the way from basically like mold-induced sickness to people pretending that people died in the hotel rooms and everything in between.
Oh yeah,
Like
and
there's so much depth to what these guys talk about.
oh man, yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be fun to work on. I'm excited to be at the Damn Studio when they record, and then I'm kind of excited to have the first access to it before it's polished,
I know what you're
and
saying.
get that raw footage and say, okay, what's the story? What's the tempo? How do we want to present this? Like, at what speed do people digest this kind of material at, and make it into like a product?
Yeah.
Right? That's what myself and little Brookman and Dragon are gonna talk about at our next Damn meeting. Is like, hey, who's gonna do this?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of work that goes into it, but the payoff is so there, as the first and second episodes of One Bad Podcast are now up on all the stuff. Hold on.
Yep.
Anywhere you can find.
That's his whole note.
all I got
Anywhere
there.
you can find podcasts. So
I knew there was a word missing.
checked that it is on Spotify.
Nice.
It's on Apple. I got the email this morning that it's live on Apple Podcasts. It's live on Spreaker.com. That's kind of our host site. There's another peek behind the curtain is who we use to like host and broadcast. And then they go out to all of the different podcasting apps and platforms that people listen on.
That's so baller.
And of course, you can watch it on YouTube if you want, like Shaner and KD's like
They're sexy,
beautiful
sexy
mugs.
faces.
Yeah,
Man, you want to talk about bringing the numbers down with our faces? Whenever
yeah.
those guys come on, it's just
rock and
people that show
roll
up to
dudes.
see the
Hey,
sexiness. Yeah,
rock
it's like,
and roll dudes.
I don't know how, but they like wear the rock and roll sort of aura on their face without even trying.
Yeah, and
Like,
you
you
know
look
what?
at him like, those are
when
rock stars.
when Katie gets to the studio, he's like all suited up,
It's
right?
so funny,
he's
yeah.
a drummer and a lawyer.
Drummer
right?
lawyer. That's him.
I think that's his website, isn't it? Drummerlawyer.com.
That's how we always introduced him for all like 947 episodes of KDME that we did.
Yeah, so he gets in and he's like suit and tie, fancy shoes,
And then he gears off.
and he's
He
just like,
goes
yeah, I
in
gotta gear down, I gotta shift down a gear, and he's just like ripping his clothes, and he puts a band T-shirt on, messes up his hair, and he's like, oh yeah.
And he always has to say, no, I don't want to be like that like like rock star guy that demands stuff, but man, I can't wear this earpiece. Like, you got to put this thing on me. Like, you have to. I don't want to be the cliche.
I keep
but
dropping
you got to
ball.
get this thing on me.
Man,
Come on, dude.
I keep dropping the ball on getting us custom earpieces booked because
Well, we're going.
we're all getting them.
Yeah, because we need them, because these things are just.
Yeah. You know what? I don't find them bad. I got the correct size ear hole. Genetically, I'm gifted with the right size of ear hole.
Do you know who has the worst sized ear hole? I think I told you this before.
Oh man, that sounds so dirty.
LB has.
Oh man, was that on air? Can anybody else hear that?
That sounded like it was on air. Oh,
Gary's
geez.
first wife.
Oy.
The wrong size ear hole.
I haven't had a wife, all right? There's no wives here. But
Oh.
LB literally has been told that he has a narrow ear passage.
That's why he doesn't frickin' listen.
Narrow ear passage. Like, ear stuff doesn't fit into his ears.
Oh,
It's crazy.
gross.
I don't know if it's gross. He does get waxy. He is
Yeah,
like
no, ear
over
stuff's
wax.
gross, man. Ear stuff to me is kind of like feet stuff.
Yeah.
And like there's three kinds of guys, right? Like there's the boob guys, the butt guys, and then and everybody's like, oh, I thought there's just boobs and butt. But guys know. Guys know. And
I don't
here's a
know.
damn
I
exclusive.
didn't know this. We're breaking news here. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. There's a third kind of guy that likes feet.
No, but not before boobs and butts.
Hey, wait.
Really?
Hey.
I guess, what do we always say on CCO?
No
Shout out to
kink-
Commander Cookout Podcast.
Oh,
by the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
No kink shaming in the nation.
No kink shaming in the nation.
That's right.
If you like footfinder.com instead of OnlyFans.
Don't Google that or that.
There is a fourth.
No,
Oh,
God.
there's
no,
a
we
fourth.
don't want. No.
I don't know if we want to know
Now
what the
we're
fourth
gonna,
is.
we're gonna lose our family rating if we go down that road.
It's thighs.
We don't want-
So it's
Thighs?
Think of it.
But
Like-
thighs are attached to your butt.
No, thighs are attached to chicken, and that's all I want now.
They're the only
Chester
hardworking
fried thighs.
Oh, a good deep fried chicken thigh. Sign me up, man.
You know what? I'm not a thigh guy in terms of chicken.
See, I'm not in terms of making it yourself, because
Okay.
for some reason it feels like a little too greasy for me with chicken thighs.
I should have to clarify. I'm also not a foot guy for chicken.
I haven't tried chicken feet.
I like the breasts.
Yeah,
Good old white voluptuous chicken
A
breast.
good chicken breast. Like if I'm getting a bucket, I'm always going for the breast. That's
Oh
my
yeah.
go-to.
I never
No
get
bones,
buckets
it's
because they
nice
got
and
bones
easy.
in them, man. I don't
Yeah,
like the
but
bone
the
ones.
breast doesn't have the bones in it.
Just like if you get the rib cage piece, it does.
Yeah, well, you don't want a whole. Okay, we're getting way too deep into chicken logic here.
Chicken logic.
I just would like to say that narrow ear passage that LB has, it's going to be tough to custom one in for him. That's all.
Well, hey, the future's now.
This is the future.
We might just plant a microchip in his head. Then we can track him anywhere, anytime, all the time. I know that you really like that kind of stuff. Skynet Skynet-esque
It's
stuff?
happening, man. Everyone makes fun of me, but Skynet is taken over. Like it's already done. We're screwed.
You were doing some of the damn business today, hey? Like on the computer, making like
started.
tax and accounts
get
and
me
stuff,
started.
and you
know,
had
you
to
think-
sit on the phone, then you got the thing on the back of the computer.
I
You had
will
to put in
say
an
this.
address, and you're like, oh man, they're gonna know where I live.
As you know, no politics, no religion. That's how we keep this place pure and easygoing and no rage and not pissing anybody off. It's
we'll
the
talk about-
best rule we've ever brought to anything.
But we'll
anytime,
talk
any-
about thighs.
Well, yeah, that's fine because that's not political or religious. That's just good food. I will say this. I will say this. You would think a guy who's trying to sign up to give people money,
The government, that is.
I'm just saying people here for the sake of this, to give people money. If you got someone sign up for that, wouldn't you make it as easy as possible?
No, they want you to hate them.
Why?
I don't know.
It should be 2 clicks. They're like, all right, you're all set. Let's take all your money. Okay, here you go. That's what they should be doing. But instead,
Yeah.
they won't even talk to you on the phone. They're like, sorry, our phone queue is packed, so we're going to hang up on you now. Try again in an hour.
You know how we've talked, and I've
Yes.
I've talked about like community building, reputation management through your content, leading from the front, being an example
smart. You're
for
so
your
intelligent.
for your workplace or
Yes.
for your audience, right?
Yeah.
That's what CRA is doing, the Canadian Revenue Agency for our viewers in the United States. It's the IRS in the United States.
Oh, boy. That one sounds way worse
Yeah,
for some
yeah.
reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They want you to hate them. Their reputation management is hate us.
I feel like that's good. And it doesn't help that Erwin R. Shyster is one of the best wrestlers ever. And he was the IRS.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah, yeah.
he'd always tell everyone about
Did you see
collecting your
that?
taxes and
Did
stuff
you
like
see
that.
the synapses had to connect in my brain? I
Yeah,
had
it
to
took you a
plug those
second.
ones in to get
tell
to
ya.
the right place.
Uncle Brando would have got that right away.
Oh yeah,
He loves Erwin R. Shyster.
Uncle Brando. Never heard of her.
All right, Network Ryan, thank you for joining us on this Monday again. One bad. Oh, do I still keep track of them now? $450 is getting matched.
yeah, you
We're
don't-
making a
you
big
don't have
donation to the. Well, I should still keep track just so I can know how bad I suck.
Well, no, but you didn't. That was the only one. So if you can say thank you again, that's okay.
Okay,
That's
You're a
okay.
good
I got
coach.
your back. I
like
got your
that.
back.
Either way, we got a donation to make, so we're going to be in touch with Deb and Lori over at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center and see if we can get them in here and make an honorary donation. I don't know if we can we get a big check?
I
It'd be
was
fun to
just
do.
gonna say, can we get a big novelty check?
Should get a big novelty check.
I
Buy a big novelty check?
I'm. Yeah, come
can
on.
just make one.
I'll cut one out of plywood.
Yeah, we'll make one.
Yeah.
It'll be good. I'm sure Lori won't mind.
Oh yeah. Take a big piece of plywood to the bank.
And then we'll e-transfer after.
Yeah.
We'll send the transfer, but we'll have a big check, bigger than this, like huge. Do we have that Paperboy theme to walk him out off? Or are we just going to act like we can't play that one today? I feel like LB was so confident until...
Well, the stream
got
deck
to.
broke. Eh?
Yeah, that's true. He's dealing with some
It was
stuff
stuck ISO on me for a good long while. I see smoke coming out of his ears through the window.
The dancing that was on. We always talk about dancing and how it's like, Gary, you can't dance so much. I'm like, well, look at me, man. I'm always dancing.
That's it.
I'm like Claptrap from Borderlands.
Ooh.
I'm dancing. Is it legal, though? We have to play the songs that we own. Okay, he's going to play one.
I'm leaving.
Let's walk him out. Let's do it. I'm ready for it. Network Riot! Woo! In case you don't know that sound, that is the countdown. Oh, you cut it off so fast. I guess we're getting ready for the tape. That's fair. Shout out again to Matt Cuthbertson from all the bands, including Untimely Demise, Raven Witch, and Into Eternity. He also joins us every Tuesday, so he should be here tomorrow along with Uncle Mike, which is going to be a lot of fun as our Tuesdays have sort of turned into like the party day here at your show. So I will be checking in with those boys to confirm them. Yeah, because Boss Man's not here to bring the party down. All right, I think it is now time to get into, and this one starts really good. So our previously recorded segment, Coach Mazer, like most people around here, has a real job. So during his lunch hour, he comes by and hangs out real quick and we do some stuff. And I tried to count him in, and we always try to get creative with these count-ins and do like cool stuff. And sometimes it works, sometimes I think it worked today. But you can decide for yourself as we roll into Coach Mazer on your show. All right, 3, 2, 1. That's what they do in the bigs.
I saw on Wayne's World.
That's it. We're going to use that one. Coach is in the house. Happy Monday to you. We are doing another fantastic previously recorded segment as Coach has a real job. So he is in here during lunchtime saying hello, and everyone wants to know, did the Paperboy theme reproduced by the great Matt Cuthbertson from all the bands, make it in to the walk-up music rotation for the baseball tournament this weekend?
No, by the time I got the recording, it was too late. It's going to be added to the site, but there's a site that allows you to put all of your team's songs in a row and play them or whatever.
Okay,
and
like a playlist.
It's like a playlist, but there's a site there, and then you can also add in voiceovers on the songs, like next to bat number 15, Jacoby Maisie, and it can hammer
kicks
that
in?
and it kicks in their tune or whatever. It'll get there.
Okay.
I forwarded
That makes
the
me so
sound
happy.
file to Trevor Hanley,
Nice drop. Great name drop.
previous president of Martinsville Minor Hockey,
El Presidente? El Perfecto.
co-coach for
Chris?
the 2011 Crushers.
Man, I miss Coco Crisp.
What else?
That's pretty good handle.
Co-coach with the 13U SAS 5 Giants
Guy
AAA
sounds-
team.
He does a lot of coaching.
Tons of coaching.
Wow. Super
More
coach.
credentialed coaching than I have.
What's your resume look like?
Not as in
Stellar?
depth. No.
Oh.
Lots of stuff lately, though.
Okay. Well, yeah, you are
Yeah.
picking it up. That's for sure. You're always coaching. Every time I talk to you, you got to coach. Was that a
Speaking
message
of
to
coaching,
coach?
I got a message, and
There it
people
is.
are updating the schedule. So Louis' team, the
Shout out
SAS
to Louis,
5
his son.
11U 4 Sluggers, coached by Adam Tiddamore.
Tiddamore. I know Tiddamore.
He plays for the Saskatoon Rhinos from time to time.
Hell yeah.
He is the coach. He won't be there this weekend. He's at the Crake Warriors golf event on Saturday. I think if I knew more about it, I could promote it. I think it's
Crake Warriors. We know a couple people
On the Crake
involved
Warriors,
with
yeah.
that franchise, don't we?
Speaking of Crake Warriors, one of their all-time goaltenders and managers for a little bit was at Sherwood Park. He was coaching the Davidson Cardinals 13U ball team, and then they had a coaches game on Saturday night, and they invited a few coaches to come play. I was one of them.
You got to play at the coaches game.
Yeah, I
Okay, you
haven't
keep
played.
talking. I'm going to try to fix this screen behind you. Keep going.
HDMI 1.
No distractions. You're good.
Well, I'm telling it to you.
Okay, well, we could just
What's that line from Garth? The one where he's like, he's left alone on stage, and he's like, does his, oh man, that left me. So anyway, Chris Stevens, goaltender for the Crake Warriors, maybe 15 years ago, I don't know how long, but he's coaching there. He was in this ball game as well. Chris Miazga of Chris Miazga Real Estate, head coach of the 13U AAA SAS 5 Giants, went with me, and another. What? Oh yeah, right.
representing problem solving. Do you know what's
and
cool?
then another
is catching
fella-
a live vibe during a recording.
That's cool.
Yeah, continue.
And then another guy from SAS 5, his father is the coach of the 15U AAA Giants, TC Collins. His son, Theron, the Weasel Collins, who I've tried to get out for the Rhinos a few times. He was in this coach's game as well. I got to warm him up in the bottom of the first inning to go into pitch in the second inning, and he was just throwing gas. There were some other dudes there.
How competitive is
Saskatoon
the
Espo-
coaches game?
So
This
it
sounds
got
like, yeah,
competitive. So like,
I don't know if that's
here's the
safe.
deal: like 18U AAA coaches are usually former 18U
Athletes,
players or
yeah.
current college players or collegiate players, or
Very
they're
good.
currently playing senior ball.
Yeah.
And there's a few of them there from Calgary, Edmonton, and area. And then there are some older guys that are still in shape, still playing ball, that threw pretty well or did well. And then there are some jabronis that don't play anymore, like
That would've been
me,
yeah.
and a few other coaches that
Whoa,
had
chill
a
out, guys.
had their eyes open. So here's a dilemma, a panel dilemma. Speaking of bringing back sound bites from
That's
Dude
so tight.
Podcast.
Hold on, before you get there, TC Collins sounds like a country music, like road worn, you know. I don't want to say superstar because it'd be like a guy that's seen some shit. Like TC Collins sounds like a guy who'll sit down on a stool and just blow your mind with a guitar.
I think he works big machinery. I'm not sure what he does anymore,
it's
but
a-
he's a
it's a
big
power
dude.
name is what I'm saying.
He's 6'9".
That's proper.
Yeah.
It's not just a clever name like the shitty Beatles.
T.C. Collins. What, like country singer you're thinking?
Maybe, or like
Or
a
bluegrass?
like rebel country.
Rebel
You know,
country,
like
yeah.
he's seen some shit.
No,
TC,
it's like
big TC Collins.
stand-up bass, but the dude's just, it's not slapping. He's like playing it with a hammer.
Perfect. Back to the dilemma. I'm going to keep this rolling. Panel dilemma.
So Coach Chris was like, this coach's thing's probably not that serious, right? And
It
I was
shouldn't
like,
be.
I don't know. It's probably just for fun, and it
shouldn't
usually is.
be.
He's like, so are we going shorts or ball pants? And I was like, probably ball pants. He's like, I don't want to be the only ones wearing ball pants.
We
And then
better-
in my head, I was like, I don't think we want to be the only ones wearing shorts. So we were the only ones wearing shorts, and we show up with shorts.
Way better bulge in the ball pants, by the way.
And we pull up our socks just so we don't. They sort of look like knickers, but definitely look like shorts. But yeah, no, we played. It was a super fun time.
stood
This tournament's called the Doc Plotsky tournament in memory of a fellow named Doc Plotsky that did a lot of organizing in
Nice.
Sherwood Park area.
Okay.
And there's some good ball played. And that night there was some decent ball going
Dingers?
on. I started
Dingers?
the second inning, or didn't start. I played the second inning at shortstop.
Ooh, you're good there.
Had a pepperoni pizza in my hand,
Of course.
so to lighten the mood a little bit.
As always.
Then made
Pepperoni
an
pizza.
error. I shaded up the middle because I felt the guy was going to go up the middle.
How
went
does
up
your
the middle.
footwork? Did
Well,
you stumble
lacking
a
on
bit?
that one.
Yeah, you probably tripped a
dropped
little
the
bit.
ball, made
Okay.
an error, got a few jeers from the
But
kids
you're
on
also
our team.
holding a pepperoni pizza.
Not anymore. That was
Oh, that was just straight up athletic.
stuck
miss.
kind of in this region. Not the reason why I made the error. The guy pissed on it, and
What's that called?
I just dropped a freaking Clayton. He
Pissed
pissed
on it. Isn't
Yeah,
that, I
that's
love
for
Clayton. We should,
Clayton.
I'm gonna see when he's in this.
So just dropped a pissed on it. He pissed on it, and I just couldn't handle it.
Acid
The
reflux
bounces
is what
were
that
more
is.
true.
Acid
on the-
reflux.
Yeah, had a little bit of that.
That'll throw you off.
Made another play where I had to charge the ball, got the out, and
Nice.
then
How was the throw? You on target, or you make him work for it over?
oh no, I in stride.
did you have a
running.
Lamphy
I was
over there
running,
or a
no,
Dally?
I was running off the field as
Really?
I threw it. I just
like Robbie Alomar.
yeah, it was
Cross
sick.
body.
Probably the sweetest moment I've ever had in the last 4 years of.
Dingers. Give me a dinger. Did anyone sock one?
No, it was a calm night, no breeze whatsoever. Like the breeze died down at that time. There's a couple barrels, I would say. There's about 8 barrels. I got one of them,
Really?
and
Made that beautiful sound. You guys are using woodies, right?
yeah.
Nice.
So my first at bat, I tried to go yard
Of
because the
course.
kids are
Well,
watching.
you have
so I
to.
was like,
Everyone's watching, not just
tried.
the kids.
and this guy, I lucked out with the pitchers. The pitchers that I faced, because there's a new pitcher every inning, didn't gas it up too much. But there was a couple young guys there that were throwing 85 to 88, I would
Making
say, and then
statements,
everyone else was maybe mid 70s. So that's who I got to face.
And then everybody wants to show it off too, right? You want,
Yeah,
I want that guy who's throwing gas and show you I still got it, and then you
Yeah.
end up
And then
just
a lot
looking
of
like
guys
a fool.
don't. Yeah. But yeah, no, I got a.
Sounds like a good weekend.
It was really fun. So then this coming weekend on Saturday, speaking of coaching, I'm coaching Louis' ball team.
Yeah.
And we're going to the Shellbrook to an event called Ballapalooza.
Shellbrook.
Saskatchewan.
Wow.
Ballapalooza, a guy named Jamie Kapner put it on the past couple of years. I think he's passed the torch this year, but no entrance fee to the tournament. You just pay to enter the park. Like everyone that comes in pays, and then they got a kid zone with bouncy castles and
So is this like your kids' tournament playing? Like your kids are playing in it?
plays. Yeah, and then you
Okay.
get to play 3 ball games as well. And
All
then
right, cool.
they have like a rib fest or like a dinner thing that
We
goes
love
on later,
Rib
and
Fest.
usually they watch like a rider game or riders on.
I think they're starting this Saturday.
yeah, so they'll probably have
think
that
they're
on
like-
at some point.
Check out this segue. This is why I have my
Mm-hmm.
actual segue license. The Riders game, I think, is against Edmonton, and they had to push the start time back because the Oilers are playing for the cup, bro.
That's logical.
You called that.
I did.
Oilers in 6, he
Yeah.
said. We can check the tape.
So I have, who's Johnny Factoid?
Johnny Factoid, that's Johnny Factoid. We don't
Yeah.
say his real name.
Well, I'm trying to get Johnny Factoid on the show.
So am I.
Yeah. I think I got it done.
Okay.
So that was going to be a surprise guest, but I
Finally.
won't tell you
Well,
when.
I've been flirting with him too. So.
I called it in 7. I had Rangers beating Florida in 6.
I think you had Edmonton in 6 as well.
I think I had 7. I thought it would be back and forth.
The whole point of
Anyway.
me bringing you in today was
Anyway,
to
they won.
talk
That was
about-
exciting. Yeah, that was unreal.
Instead, we talked about everything.
Yeah, no, they were leading it up. So here's the deal. So on the way back from Sherwood Park,
Of course. course.
yesterday very late at night because the boys, they made the third place game.
That's pretty good.
We were in the semifinal winning handedly, and we blew it.
Pulled a rhino.
Pulled a try too hard. Just keep it simple. But
It's a
anyway,
rhino
whatever.
flamingo mix.
We would have been playing in the final. We would have played at the Blue Jays from Saskatoon instead of playing.
Are they still good?
They're good again, yeah.
Why?
Not as good as the Cardinals. The Cardinals are the team to beat now.
Full cards. I love that.
Big time.
Love the cards.
The biggest zone now, to the point where they're switching the rules next year. Probably should have been done this year, where it's going to be citywide. So there'll be no more Cardinals. There'll be no more Blue Jays. It's amazing. The Brave zone's not big enough to compete. The A's don't have enough kids to compete, and the Cardinals are just strong.
Can I just get this
Blue
out?
Jays will be strong for the next couple of years too.
The one thing I've learned as I've grown old and shitty at everything I do is that the zoning is such a gong show. It takes away Bobcats. It takes away Raiders. It takes away the Knights, the Barons, the Flyers. It takes away all these organizations we grew up loving and understanding. Now, instead of tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, you got zones and you got single A, double A. It's such a gong show. They've ruined minor sports, and now they're going to do it to baseball too.
I disagree. So
Of course you do.
AAA baseball is now a spot where all the kids can try out in the area, in 13U and 15U as well.
That's
And they
just
can-
throw everyone together. Who cares about zoning and building friendships with buddies you play with all the time every year? That's stupid. Let's not do that.
But now you're building relationships with kids all over the city. That
Don't
it
even
took a
get me
while.
started on the parents that are juicing the guys picking the teams. There's a lot of times those guys on those teams don't deserve to be there, and I'm standing back from the mic because I'm getting heated.
That's what happens in the zone, though. It became so now in this thing, it might happen still. But I mean, here's the thing: it's not the whole all the way down. There'll still be the A's, which used to be the Rays, which used to be the Dodgers and the Orioles, but now that's the A's, right?
Of course it is.
And then there used to be who else is still there? So the Braves are still there.
Not
Blue
anymore.
Jays still
say.
there.
Yeah.
They're still there.
But you
They'll
say
be
they're
there,
about to
just
be
at the
zoned
top
out.
level, just at the highest level, the top kids. Because we got kids that, like, do the Braves want to show up and lose by 15 every night? Because that's what's happening.
Well, no. Of course
So
not.
how do we fix that?
Dude, how many shitty teams did we play on growing up? Well, I guess not you because you were good. I played on a lot of shitty teams. I had a lot of fun losing. I didn't care.
Yeah,
I was there to have fun, man.
our teams weren't that strong either. I don't know. I think
Maybe
it's
the
good.
problem is that everybody thinks their kid's going to go to the pros, so they all want to,
No,
be
I don't think
competitive.
that's the issue.
Do you feel like kids aren't okay with losing anymore and just having fun? Is it like, a bad thing to enjoy just going out there and tossing the ball around?
No. I think that's still happening.
I feel like it's not.
Well, you're going to have to get out there and do some
I don't leave
document
my safe
tutorials.
space. I'm horrified of the outside world.
I have an amazing business venture that you could go on. But for this show, this media show, where you just show up representing DAM,
Yeah.
and you're just like, I'm Gary Nickel from Dufferin Ave Media Network, or your show, or the Dude Podcast, or what's the video game one going to be called? Are we not telling about that?
Getting
It's
good
gonna
at
be
games with
Getting
Gary
good at
and Brando.
games, Gary and Brando. That wouldn't work. Getting good at games is a fun name though, because you're getting good at games. Anyway,
Like Gittin,
Getting
Good.
but you just
GED.
go and interview kids just playing minor sports and make sure they're having fun no matter what. I think it's been done all over the place.
But you don't talk to the kids because the kids aren't allowed to speak. The parents are the problem.
No, the kids are allowed to speak. The kids are having fun.
If a kid comes out there and says, "I love this, I'm having fun," look at their parents, see what kind of reaction they have. It's like this.
Well, it is a little bit because kids are getting so drippy these days with their role models, and they're pimping things, and they're doing the Juan Soto
Boy, did he
slide and stuff, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're
Crushed one
way off
yesterday.
topic here.
I'm-
Ballapalooza is coming up Saturday, and it's a great time. So if you're in the
How do people
Shelbrook area,
sign up? Yeah, let's get people.
well,
out
it's
there.
already full,
Oh,
but you
okay.
could just show up,
Have some fun.
watch some ball, eat some amazing food. There's always a community of, like Clayton said, it seems to be ladies, but it doesn't have to be ladies. But there's usually a community of ladies that are building Saskatoon berry pie and cherry pie and apple pie, and they have that spread out there usually. They got bouncy castles. Last year they had a smash zone.
Ooh,
And
that
I don't
sounds fun.
super support this
Okay.
because it's a play on words and I don't promote that sort of thing. But anyway, they would they'd go to the smash zone and you could bust an old TV or you could bust plates and stuff, and then you get a lapel or a pin that said I just smashed, and I was just like,
Oh, they're trying to make it like a sex thing?
no, they're not.
Okay.
But that's where my brain goes, because the play on words is just like, I don't know if we can need to do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, besides that, 99% unreal event. And yeah, I can't wait for it to happen. I'm going to be, I think Jacoby's going to help me coach. Then I got some coaches' wives helping, because all the coaches are gone that weekend. So I'll be hammering it out myself, but it'll be fine.
I want to end this.
I don't want to end this because we didn't even start this.
Well, no, it's good. We touched on everything. This is the whole point of you coming in here is you are like my guy on the outside, because I don't like to leave this safe space. So you brought a lot of information in, which I really appreciate. You're great at pen spinning.
Pen spinning. I learned that from a guy when I worked at Toys R Us briefly. Told me it was an Asian thing because he's like, all Asians can do this. And I was just like, well, I think I can do this. I'm Caucasian, and I proved him right that it is an Asian thing.
I was just going to end it with, do you ever get mad at your wife when she asks you to come into the smash zone before you go to bed?
Well, if she ever asks, I won't be angry. This is a Duke podcast edition.
This has been great.
Hey.
His name is Coach Mazer. We're going to start our own little, we keep talking about the Duke podcast. We're actually lining it up. Hopefully this Friday we'll get started. I'm going to get Judge in here, and we're just going to go because
Go Oilers,
I've
but
done
hey.
enough of sitting around and talking about shows we're going to do. We're just going to start doing it. Even if it's just
We're going to do it. Yeah, we'll have. Yeah,
it's done. The
we'll
time
get it
has
going.
come to get to
It's
work.
happening.
This is silly. It's taken this long.
It takes time to organize things.
I know. I get it.
The
wanna
Oilers,
talk-
though, we watched it on the way home from Sherwood Park on the little phone. I bored
10
Alan Faye's.
shots.
I bored.
10 shots.
That's crazy. And Oilers have terrible defense apparently. But their system's working obviously, or Dallas is just ran out of gas. One or the other. But anyway,
everyone's making up all this stuff. It's Stuart Skinner, dude. That's all it is. The goal he played. That's it. That's all. It's that easy. It's that simple of a conversation. We're done.
it's not that simple. How many shots did he get?
Like, what was it? Like 28, 30?
Who said 10 shots?
The Oilers had 10 shots.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
You can check it.
Yeah, I did watch it. They were, but so they're moving the puck, creating opportunities, and they have
2 power play goals. That's it.
Yeah,
Score on the
and
power play.
they always score on the power play.
Yeah. And they never got scored on the power play. That's it. Stuart Skinner's a stud. When he plays, this is what happens. That's it.
28 shots isn't a lot of shots.
It's a lot more than 10.
But yeah, it was very cloggy hockey, but I'm also watching on the phone. And then Louis right into it, so I was pretty much just holding it for him to watch, and we were just listening to it. But that was exciting. That place popped off, a huge pop for the Oilers, and it's gonna be good. It'll be exciting. The Florida matchup will be interesting.
Yes.
It's fitting that they took down Boston because they have that kind of greasy play like
Yep.
Boston does. No offense.
No, it's very, very well said.
Yeah, but they got like
Boston hockey.
Sasha Barkov. Does anyone call him Sasha anymore?
I don't think so.
He came into the league, Sasha Barkov. Now he's what?
Vyacheslav,
Yeah,
something like that.
he's an amazing guy to watch.
Very good.
Battles. There's a little thing about him never losing a battle, and how he just his body positioning and puck control is just next level. He's so
If
fun
we
to
want to
watch.
sound really smart, basically it's going to be grittiness versus finesse. That's what we're going to see here. May the best style win.
And Florida puts together some nice passing goals as well. But you're right.
I feel bad. They're gonna destroy Connor. They're gonna be like. I would love to see the amount of time that McDavid doesn't have a stick or a body on him in this series.
They might have to juggle things up. They might need to put. They might have to juggle the lines up a couple times. Put like a Vander Kane out there
Something.
with him.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something. You need a Yari Curry. You need someone out there to just
Well, Curry didn't do
take
anything.
away.
But yeah, you need
Well,
someone
no,
to
I
just.
mean, you need someone on that line that people have to worry about. Curry was like didn't do anything. He was like Mr. Points all the time we play with Gretz.
Yeah, you worry about him. On
Yeah,
the
that's what I
score
mean.
sheet,
You got to
but
get
not.
somebody to be like, hey, you guys want to double him? All right, I'll go and just destroy. That's all.
What was it, Semenko?
Cementhead, he was the beast. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just like that. Those days are gone. But you need someone that will
can
hold
sort
some
of do
people accountable. That you might be able to bait. Taychuk's kid into a little fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are we going way too long?
I just heard some rainfall. Maggie's outside.
It wasn't rain.
What was it? Garbage?
No, I think it's maybe dust particles. Do you think it was rain? Do you want to put a wager on it?
No. I'm looking out the window and I can see some raindrops, but I don't want to take your money. This has been great.
I feel we didn't do anything once again.
Don't you feel, though, that is what makes it good? When it doesn't feel like you're talking about something and I have been told to talk about this, so this is what we are going to do, and it sounds exactly like the rest of the world and the internet. This is it. I hope you enjoyed our opinion, because it's not really an opinion.
So I'm not supposed to tell everybody how you send me a list by list, moment by moment thing of how we're going to just be free and make it sound off the cuff and easy flowing.
I like to think that everybody who's been around me knows that I hate prepping more than anything in the world. I think it's the dumbest thing you could possibly do if you're going to entertain.
You're right. We do take out a lot for food.
Like food, yeah.
But you love when someone brings you good food, and they probably prepped a lot for that.
Prepping food's a lot different than prepping content, I think.
Food can be content.
We
Speaking
did
of
eat
which,
wings on
we
the.
did eat wings
Those are
on
so
these
good. We got to check it with somewhere else. Get some more
Yeah,
wings
what's
going.
up with Somewhere Else Pub?
We'll go talk to him. It's good.
I want to do. I wanted to eat a fizz, but it's all the way over there.
It's on the candy table.
Cool. Well, that's been fun. What do you got on these little things here?
Well, those are all my notes from the past shows. Do you want to give any love to our friends over at the Saskatoon Food Bank Learning Center? We're making a big donation.
When is? So I missed out. Did you? Is it too late?
I'm sure they will accept another donation from you.
Did you already make the donation?
No, I have to get in touch with Lori and Deb and hopefully get them in here and give them a little check.
What did they call it? The drive? The May
Citywide
drive?
food drive.
Citywide food
The
drive.
entire month of May.
And the May is over. So are they going to have some stats to give us? On
I'm
how
sure
did?
they will.
That'd be
We'll check
interesting.
it. I know
Is
they're
she
really
coming
busy
back
right
on?
now. I'm assuming so. I'm gonna, at least by Zoom. I'm going to
Are
check
you going to
in with them here
record
today.
you handing over a Dufferin Ave media?
That's what I
check,
want to
like
do.
a big one?
I want to get them in here.
Or
and
at
get a
least
big
this
check.
size.
That'd be fun.
This
An
would be fun.
oversized check for
An
sure.
oversized check.
Like
But you can't
Happy
cash
Gilmore.
those.
Like Happy Gilmore. Just throw them, have them lying around.
Just laying around.
Yeah, be like, here you go.
Funny story.
Here we go.
I organized the clam dance when I played for the Saskatoon Clams, and it was a fundraiser we did at the end of the year. And then James Reeser would be like, "You take over this year," and I was like, "I can do it." And everyone was doubtful, but I had the liquor license, I had the booze set up, we had the stage at Sutherland Hall, and the Walkers and a buddy of theirs and Corey Borthwick, who
It's always about the walkers.
it's always about the Walkers, but they played live. They had put their band together, and they Corey sang "Blister in the Sun." I remember that, and then Randy sang "Center Field," which was a pretty fun time. But anyway, we and then Rob sung his single "Balls in a Jar," which was like a pop punk sort of song about not being in control of your life or your relationship. It was pretty sweet.
I have two things.
What?
Both Walker
Anyway, we
brothers
made
were in
money.
a band with my good buddy Greg, who I have to reach out to here.
Maybe Greg
And
was
I think
the
it was
guy.
part of that pop punk
He was
song.
probably-
yeah.
he was
It's amazing.
probably
I have
there.
a copy of it on my phone. I can play it for you.
Balls in a Jar. We should play it. I think we could get access to that song and play it.
I don't know.
Here.
I think Greg's a pretty important guy nowadays. I don't know if he wants balls in a jar out there.
Fair enough. So anyway, all the proceeds that we got, and then it was about a fundraiser, but then at the end, it was about a good time, so we had to go reload on some liquor, so we lost some money there. But we did that fundraiser, and then in a ice cream pail, I kept the proceeds, which was $727 and I think 85 cents. And I kept that ice cream pail when I was much younger. These are older, and I just kept it under the seat of my Honda Accord. And then the guys at our wind-up said, "Hey, Maisie, you never gave us the money for that fundraiser. Do you have it?" And I said, "James, I'll go get it for you." So he was expecting a large check, or a check for about $727, and I just brought in an ice cream pail at Boston Pizza on 8th, and I gave it to him. And it was a funny story because everybody laughed, and I thought they were laughing with me, but I think they were laughing at how unorganized I was and hated to just go to the bank and cash the money,
We will end it there.
So anyway,
From the smash zone to the clam dance to balls in a jar. We never
sir.
skip a sexy beat when Coach Mazers is in the house. Anything else, bud? Are we good?
I Drawing blanks now.
That's perfect. Hopefully, can we get you in again this week, or are you going to be too busy?
Got a big week. Oh, we'll try and get in.
All right.
Maybe
Ladies and
just
gentlemen,
stop by.
Coach Mazer. Anytime he comes on, man, it's always so much fun. So thank you again to Coach Mazer as we look to wrap up the show on this Monday. That was the legit cry laughing. It was unbelievable. Like, just the stories that guy can tell, man. Talking about making donations instead of a big check, having it just be a bucket that he kept under the seat of his old crappy car back in the day. You know it's true, and you know he did it, which makes it that much funnier. Dragon, what do you think? Should we fire up Frederick's fingers? Stretch them out. There we go. I do enjoy how this has become a big part, like almost as big as the Maggie Cam, dare I say. People playing it out. We got Ballard playing it out. Little Matt playing it out. Uncle Mike's playing it out. So many guys playing it out. Pretty cool. We found a stash, by the way, which is pretty cool, of more songs by Von Trask's grandpa that we might incorporate into this as we move forward. And they're very good. Shout out to Aquaman Limited. Yeah, they're in Lloydminster, but they believe in us so much. They've come on board, and they're helping out with this movement that we've started. Underwater drone inspections. That's my favorite one. They do so much, though. They're a big water company out in Lloyd. If you want to join the party that is this little network of ours, you can head to dufferinave.com. Maybe the stream deck's up. Should I go for it? Dragon? There it is. Become a content creator. We could be the megaphone for whatever you're creating. Become an advertiser. You can put your stuff on here and show people off, right? I mean, show off all the cool stuff you do. Just head to dufferinave.com and we will make that happen for you. We have a donation, so we're going to be in touch with our friends over at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center, saskatoonfoodbank.org. You can go by there. They just finished up their citywide food drive. Hopefully you got in on that, and it's always a good time to help out and get that karma. Okay, so hit them up as $450, and I believe it's being matched. So it's going to be a nice big check to help out our friends over there. Thank you to Network Ryan for showing up today. Put in a nice little shift as well. That Dragon, my man, my sweet prince. You're always so hard on yourself. It's I feel like you're going to be a little bit less hard on yourself. You do great things. You're amazing. I love you too. As well as Coach Mazer stopping by for a little previously recorded segment. It was very, very fun. We will be back tomorrow. It will be Tuesday. That means Matt Cuthbertson from all the bands should be in the house. Uncle Mike. All of his all-natural products in the house. By the way, DAM20, still a promo code you can use at unclemikesnatural.com. Head over there to hit that up. And so much more as always. So, hey, Commander Cookout Podcast. Those are our boys. Love those guys. Uncle Brando might be by here this next couple days as well. We love him so much. To you, thank you again for joining us. And have yourself the most incredible Monday evening of your life. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Until then, again, do good things. Good things will start happening to you. I promise you, all right? That's how this whole place got built. Take care. We nailed that out.